Welcome to the QZ Podcast with your host, Quinn Peplow and Matteo Zavala.
Hello, everybody. This is the QZ Podcast. Quinn Peplow here alongside Matteo Zavala. Playoffs are soon. There's one regular season week left. Matteo and I are going to go over our picks for NFL teams that are in the playoffs right now and teams that are trying to go into the playoffs for this week. We are also going to be talking about who we think is going to win MVP this year, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, and so on. We're also going to finalize our playoff brackets. So if you're a football nerd, stick around for a couple minutes. Enjoy, lay back, and listen to the podcast. All right, Matteo, first game of the week, Dolphins versus Bills. I have, this is going to be tough. This is going to be a close game. I have the Bills. The Bills are hosting, obviously. I think they have a better offense. They have more offensive weapons, and they're just on fire right now for the past couple of weeks.
But so are the Dolphins. But if Josh Allen plays, it's going to be a close game. But the defense has to step up a lot against Josh Allen, if he plays or not. Because have they clinched the 2 seed yet?
They have, they pretty much have clinched the 2 seed, I believe. But, I mean, it's up to the Bills if they want to start Josh Allen or not. I think that they are going to start Josh Allen. He's been looking efficient lately. He's an MVP candidate in my, top 5. He has had 14 touchdowns in the last he's had 14 combined touchdowns in the last couple of 3 games. The Bills' offense is ranked 4th in total yards, 402.9. And they're ranked 6th in points this season. Dolphins' offense is very slow. I feel like the Bills are going to force them to punt a lot. They're going to shut them down, force them to make turnovers. Dolphins' offense is ranked 25th in total yards. I have Bills winning this easily.
But hot take, what if Ryan Fitzpatrick plays?
Ryan Fitzpatrick plays.
Dolphins going to win. I think if Ryan Fitzpatrick plays, Dolphins going to win. He stepped up.
He did. He started during this year versus the Bills in the first matchup, and they won.
His last game versus the Raiders, he stepped up. Because, was Tua even injured?
No, he wasn't. He was benched.
Yeah, and Ryan Fitzpatrick stepped up, and he made a heck of a throw to...
Yeah, heck of a drive. And I believe he did the other drive before that, too.
Yeah. When he got to Gaskin. And then he got yanked in the helmet.
If Ryan Fitzpatrick plays, it's going to be a much closer game. I can see an upset if he plays, but I think even Tua or Fitzpatrick, I still think the Bills, because they're just too hot right now, the last 3 games.
But the Dolphins are going to play for a playoff spot.
Yes, they are. Next game, we have the Ravens at Cincinnati. I think this is an easy pick. Lamar Jackson, he's going to be starting. He scored 9 total touchdowns in his last 3 games. Ravens have averaged 38 points in their last 3 games, and that's all led to wins. They've won 4 in a row. Defense is ranked 9th in total yards and 4th in points allowed.
And Baltimore's been using their wide receivers a lot more. Marquise Brown has been getting almost a touchdown every game, past 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
and he's been more giving the ball more and running it too. He's going back to that Lamar of last season.
Yeah. And the Bengals, they just keep switching quarterbacks ever since Burrow's been hurt. The Bengals' offense this season is ranked 27th in points and 23rd in total yards. So I have the Ravens winning this easily.
And they won't have Joe Mixon or Joe Burrow. Obviously.
Yes, they won't. All right, next game. I have the Steelers at the Browns. Mason Rudolph is starting, as we've heard, I think, today. Big Ben will be benched for this week, not because he's hurt, only because they're resting him for the playoffs, because they're guaranteed a playoff spot already. They just don't know what seed yet.
And this is the first time Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett are facing each other since Myles Garrett beat the living crap out of Mason Rudolph.
And he got suspended for the rest of that season, which was last year.
And we're all wondering how that's going to turn out. And Cleveland, this is a must-win for them. They need to beat the Steelers to get a playoff spot.
Yeah, they do. The Browns currently have 9 players currently on the COVID-19 reserve list, including 4 starting wide receivers, some starting safeties, and a starting linebacker. 2 linebackers, to be precise. The Browns, I think they're going to struggle on offense and defense, even with Mason Rudolph starting. Baker Mayfield, he hasn't been looking great the last couple of weeks ever since that loss to the Jets. Steelers defense, I think they're going to force turnovers, force a bunch of punts, force a bunch of punts. I think it could be close. It's going to be a close game, but I have the Steelers winning this.
But Landry's supposed to be activated off it, and that's one of his main weapons. He's been going.
Yeah, as of now, Landry's still on the COVID-19 list, but I do think Landry's going to come back, but I still think they're going to struggle and lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He will shortly. And one of our next playoff games is Dallas and New York Giants. And it's a must-win for both teams because, for me, I think Giants are going to win because they have the better defense. And the Cowboys aren't looking so hot right now.
I actually disagree. I think the Cowboys, because they've won 3 in a row. I mean, they looked terrible this season. They started out 3-9. They've won 3 in a row now. They're 6-9. Cowboys have won, as I said, 3 in a row. In their last 3 games, they've averaged 36 points scoring. Daniel Jones, last week he was nowhere to be found against Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore does have a good defense, but I expect more points to be scored from the Giants against the Ravens. Giants have lost 3 in a row. They've averaged 8.66 points in their last 3 games. I mean, I could see it being close. I could see the Giants upsetting the Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys are going to win this because they're a little hot right now, and this is a must-win for them to get in the playoffs.
And they have more other people, and I think Andy Dalton will also step up. So I go with the second one.
Yeah.
Our next game is Arizona versus the Rams. This is going to be a crazy game because Arizona might not have Kyle Murray, but shown today that Kyle Murray will fight through it, and the Rams are starting a quarterback where never thrown a pass in the NFL ever. But he did play a lot in the AAF.
Yeah. Good luck to the Rams. I mean, that's huge. Not throwing a pass ever in the NFL. I think the Rams offense is going to be starstruck. Kyler, he will play through his injury. I think he is going to play. It's going to be a game time decision. He's going to play. But, I mean, the Rams, they're going to make the Cardinals work for it on offense. I think the Rams defense ranked is third in points allowed, 19.3, and they're first in total yards allowed, 308.1. I think they're going to shut down the Cardinals offense a little bit, but at the same time, the Rams, I think their offense is not going to produce much. It could be a very low-scoring game. I could also see an upset. I have the Cardinals winning this, though.
I have the Rams because the Rams, their defense is going to step up, and DeAndre Hopkins might be out for this game.
Yeah. I could see the Rams forcing turnovers and get a pick six or fumble recovery for a touchdown. But I don't know. I think there's too much at stake for the Cardinals, and I think they're going to finally step it up. And I think they're just going to upset the Rams.
This is also a must-win for both teams in the NFC West.
Yes.
Our next game is the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. Green Bay's going to start their starters because they do not want their...
They don't want to lose the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, Saints and Seahawks could take that number 1 seed.
And they don't want, especially their rivals, to get an easy cakewalk win in.
Yeah, I wouldn't allow that either.
If I'm not mistaken, the Bears win. Are they in? Bears win. They're in.
Yeah. Bears win.
They're in.
It doesn't matter if the Cardinals win, the Bears win. Bears are in the playoffs.
Okay.
I mean, the Bears beat the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So
gotcha.
For this, I mean, I got Packers all day. Bears, they have no chance winning this game unless Rodgers is hurt or benched. Aaron Rodgers has had 11 games this season where he's thrown 3 touchdowns or more. I think he's going to throw 3 touchdowns or more in this game. He was hot against the Bears last time they faced. Basically, it was 41-10 in the third quarter, and they benched him. And then Bears put up 15 more points, which was petty points, and the Packers just stopped playing defense. Packers offense is ranked first in points, 31.6. They're third in total yards, 406.5. I think Bears have absolutely no chance of winning this game.
But the Bears have scored 30-plus points in the past couple of games since Trubisky has a starting job. But I think Trubisky is finally going to get something out and try and make a name for himself for the final game of the season so he could get the re-sign and play for the Bears.
Yeah, I do think he could. It's possible that this game could be close, but yeah, I think after this game, he probably will be re-signed, maybe as a backup, maybe like a 1-year, 2-year extension for like $10 million.
But if he has been playing the past few weeks that he's been, I think he deserves a starting job.
Yeah.
As a Chicago
definitely over Nick Foles.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
All right, what's the next game, Mateo?
That's it for the clinching games.
Well, there's a couple more games.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Washington-Philadelphia game.
Yeah.
Philly's already eliminated, but I think they'll play really hard to make sure Washington's also eliminated, and also give Jalen Hurts more of like assessment, like how he plays against a good defense.
Yeah. I mean, if Washington wins this game,
they're in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs. Yeah, they win the NFC East. This is a shocker. Mateo, what do you think the Eagles' record is prime time this year? They've played 4 primetime games this year. What is their record, you think?
Well, just from watching Carson Wentz play horribly, but I remember they won a few games.
Yeah.
But I think it's like 2-2.
2-2? It's actually 3-1.
Oh.
It's weird that they're 3-1 in primetime games, but the record is what is it? 5-9-1?
Yeah, but they have been doing a lot better when Jalen Hurts is in the QB.
Or they're 4-9-1. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but they haven't been doing a lot better when Jalen Hurts is at QB.
Yeah, they have been doing a lot better these past couple of weeks when he's at QB. Eagles are 3-3-1 at home. They're 1-7 on the road. Even though the Eagles have been looking not as hot on offense, they've been deteriorating the last couple of games.
And their defense
points
too.
And yards.
Their defense has been going.
But I think
top defense
because Washington's playing their 4th string. This game's tough. It's a coin flip to me, really.
Is Alex Smith playing?
Alex Smith is not. He's out. Dwayne Haskins is cut. Kyle Allen is obviously out for the year. They're playing some 4th string quarterback that I've never.
Tyler Heineke.
Yeah, Tyler Heineke. Good luck with that. I mean, Washington, they have a great defense, but I think Jalen Hurts is going to put up some points and take the upset. I think I have Eagles winning this game.
But a fun fact about Washington, Logan Thomas was actually a quarterback in the NFL a few years before he played tight end.
That is weird. I did not know that.
He was like a 3rd string and practice squad player. But if Washington makes the playoffs and Alex Smith is in, I think they might go to the divisional round.
That's a bold statement. I also have there's also a couple more games. I have Seahawks at Niners. Seahawks offense has been underperforming in December, except the Jets game.
Well,
They've been playing 4 games
that's the
in
Jets,
December.
so.
Yeah, it's the Jets. But I mean, the Jets have shocked some teams.
And a pretty decent defense, and they've been winning the past 2 games. Yeah,
they've won the past 2 games. The Jets have. The Niners have their 3rd string quarterback starting. This is a must-win for Seattle. But this could also be an upset. I can also see an upset, but I think Seattle's going to win this one.
I agree with that.
There's also, I think there's 2 more playoff clinching games that we need to talk about. Jaguars at Colts.
The Colts are going to shut down the GOAT, Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon, yeah, he is starting.
James Robinson, their best player on that team, is out too.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Colts. It's a must-win because the Colts right now are not in the playoffs. I think they're going to bounce back from blowing a 24-7 lead against Pittsburgh last week. The Colts offense is ranked 9th in points. Their defense is ranked 8th in yards, 12th in points this season. Jacksonville, they're going to get the number 1 pick. They're going to try to win this game, but they're going to get shut down.
They secured the number 1 pick. And also, if I'm not mistaken, if the Colts win this, they're in?
Well, there's a lot of things that have to happen. Colts have to win this. Browns or Dolphins have to lose, or Titans. I mean, there's a lot of clinching scenarios. But if the Colts win this and a couple of those teams lose, then the Colts are in.
And as Tennessee clinched the 1 seed?
Or the 4th seed?
Or like the first seed, like the first place.
Have they won their division?
Yeah.
No, because the Colts and the Titans are close. Titans are 11-4, I believe, and the Colts are 10-5.
Okay.
All right. Which brings me to my next game: Titans at Texans. I could see an upset here.
Texans put up a lot of points.
They do put up a lot of points. Their offense is really good. Their defense is just terrible. I don't know why they're 4-11. I could see an upset. This game is going to be close. I could see a very close game. It's the Titans must win. Titans have scored 41-plus points in their last 3 out of 4 games, not including the Green Bay game last week.
That was a shocker.
That was a humongous shocker. But not including that game, 3 of their last 4, they've scored 41-plus points. The Texans' offense is also 13th ranked in total yards for offense. They're 4th in passing yards. I think the Texans are going to pass heavy if they want to try to win this game. Texans they're weird to me. They're shockers. They've been killed by the Bears 36-7.
But they play good against good teams.
They do. They lost to Cincinnati though. I thought the Texans would beat Cincinnati, but they didn't. So I'm picking the Titans for this one for a safekeeper.
And Derrick Henry's going to steamroll over that horrible Texans rush defense.
Yeah. All right, that goes it for the picks of the week. Now we're on to
our awards.
Yeah, our awards. Let's start off with MVPs. Do you want to go, Mateo? Or
of course. So my top 5 for MVP. This is really going to be a shocker. For my number 1, it's got to be Josh Allen. He has been performing incredibly well this season.
I agree.
He has more passing yards than Mahomes, more total touchdowns than Mahomes. No, I meant
you sure about that?
More total touchdowns than Rodgers, and more completions than Rodgers. Higher completion percentage.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that.
I think I disagree.
Higher completion percentage than
How many
Mahomes.
total touchdowns does he have this season? Josh Allen.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
He's got 43 total touchdowns.
Rodgers
He's up there.
Is
Rodgers actually has
49?
47.
Oh, it's close. Okay.
47. Close.
But Josh Allen has the advantage for more rushing touchdowns and yards than the both.
He does.
He's
yeah.
third.
He also has a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, he's also third in rushing touchdowns this year, and I think in my opinion, he has played tougher opponents this year than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I agree. The Packers have only played
two
teams that are above 500, and they only have one win against them.
Which that's why I put Aaron Rodgers a little bit lower on my list because of the teams that he has played.
Well, actually, they only have one win against the team that's above 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, keep going with your list.
So my second on the list is Aaron Rodgers because of the amount of good teams they played. And my third is Patrick Mahomes because he's been the same Patrick Mahomes for the past couple of years. He has been performing, but I just think Josh Allen
might be the GOAT if he keeps playing.
Yeah, and I think Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers have been performing better, same level, but they've been performing better.
Yeah.
And
with less weapons.
And my fifth has got, and my fourth is gotta be Tom Brady. He changed his Buccaneers team from last year. They've been playing a lot better. They had a good defense last year, but their offense they lost a lot of touchdowns because of Jameis Winston's interceptions. So Tom Brady has stepped up these past couple games, especially that Lions game last week. I would never thought that. And
they blew him out.
And my fifth is Russell Wilson. He would be probably my 2 or 3 range at the beginning of the season, but the past couple of games he has been going downhill. He has the most turnovers.
Yeah, he's got the most turnovers in the league. I don't know what the exact number is. I believe it's 19, I think. All right, I'm going to start with my top 5 for MVPs. I'm going to start from number 5. Number 5 is a shocker. It's not a quarterback. It's not a wide receiver or running back. It's a tight end. I have Travis Kelce as number 5.
He has been performing very well. Is this his best season?
This is his best season ever. He's broken the record for most receiving yards by a tight end in a single season. He's got 1,416 receiving yards right now.
Which is second.
Second in the league, yes. He's got 11 receiving touchdowns right now. That's 5th in the league. He's also got 105 catches, which is 4th in the league. He's on a 14-1 team, and I think he's Patrick Mahomes' security blanket. He's his number 1 weapon. For number 4, I have the same pick as you, Tom Brady. He's turned the Buccaneers team around. They're a playoff team because of him. 10-5 record. 101 passer rating, 3 rushing touchdowns, 39 total touchdowns in total. He's got 36 passing touchdowns on 11 picks, 1 fumble lost. Yeah, over 4,000 yards.
And he's still performing this high level at a very old age.
And last season, the Buccaneers were 7-9, so he's turning that around. If he gets this win this Sunday, they're going to go 11-5,
which would be a huge turnaround.
For number 3, I have Josh Allen. He's got 34 touchdowns, 9 picks this season. He's been making the Bills look like a playoff team. They look awesome. More than 4,000 passing yards, 4 418 rushing yards, 8 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. He does have 15 turnovers, though, but he is the reason why those Bills are winning. For number 2, I have Pat Mahomes. Again, he's so consistent. He looks so good. He's first in passing yards this season, 4,740 yards, 108.2 passer rating. They're 14-1, 38 touchdowns, 6 picks. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns, 40 in total. Number 1 is Aaron Rodgers, though, leading the league, 47 touchdowns, 7 turnovers, and 70% completion percentage and over 4,000 yards with a 12-3 record.
All right, so with my offensive player of the year, it might be a shocker, but he has proven to a lot of us is Stephon Diggs of the Buffalo Bills. He leads the league in receiving yards. He has the most receptions and second in yards per game.
Yeah.
And he has the highest amount of targets and proven to a lot of people that he is a number 1 receiver.
Yes, I think he's done a lot better on the Bills than with the Vikings.
Because he had to deal with Adam Thielen, but he has been good. I think he has been better like mentally and physically as a player this year.
I think he's trying to win, and I don't know, just somehow he's able to get more stats.
Yeah.
For my offensive player of the year, I have Devontae Adams. I mean, he looks awesome right now. He's red hot because of Aaron Rodgers. And he's just making impossible catches that are just so good. He's leading the league in receiving touchdowns, 17, 109 catches, 1,328 yards. He's only played 13 games, though. And he's averaging 102.2 yards per game. Just an amazing offensive player, I think, this year.
And he's number 1 in fantasy football for wide receivers. Fun fact.
I did not know that.
For my offensive rookie of the year, it's got to go to the man who stepped up on very short notice, Justin Herbert. He has been absolutely incredible for a quarterback, and is great for this Chargers because this Chargers team has a very young core, and they'll be good they'll be good in the future, very good in the future, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have Justin Herbert as well. He's been looking good. He broke the record for most passing touchdowns by a rookie in a season. He's got 28 right now. He's got, I think, 10 interceptions, over 4,000 yards. The only thing I don't like about Justin Herbert is that his quarterback record. I believe, because the Chargers, what are the Chargers' record right now?
Not good.
They're 5-9? No.
They're below 500.
They're below 500. Yeah. I think his quarterback record, I don't know, but he's got more losses than wins. I don't know the stats right now, but that's the only thing I don't like. It's because of the sorry coach they have, Anthony Lynn. But, I mean, he's been playing pretty well this year, and he's going to be a good quarterback of the future.
And another thing I don't like about him is his haircut. His haircut's
he looks like a high schooler.
Yeah, I know. All right, so my defensive player of the year is T.J. Watt.
Yeah, I agree.
He has been incredible. It goes really well in that Watt blood.
Yeah, it does. He leads the league in sacks, 15, 53 total tackles. He's got an interception, 2 forced fumbles. And he's leading the Steelers total defensive yards, second in the league, 325.9 allowed. And points, 19.2, second points allowed in the league. Mm-hmm. Second fewest points allowed in the league.
And for my defensive rookie of the year, it's between Jeremy Chin and Chase Young, but for me, it is Chase Young. He has stepped up this Washington defensive line and helped make Washington a contender for the playoffs.
Yeah, this one was hard for me. I had to really look for defensive guys. The only rookie guy I know is Chase Young. Everybody else is just quiet to me.
And Jeremy Chin, that's the only two I know.
Chase Young, 6.5 sacks. He's got a touchdown. He's got 4 forced fumbles this year, 42 total tackles, 2 fumbles recovered, 1 for a touchdown. He's really the only defensive guy I really know that's making plays. That's why I chose Chase Young. And yeah, he is a stud. So.
And for my comeback player of the year is the guy who went through 17 surgeries, is the man, the myth, the legend, Alex Smith. He has really stepped up this Washington team. He is 4-2 when playing for Washington.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Not starting, but playing.
Oh, playing.
Because he got injured a few, but but he still won those games that he played, which helped made the Washington be a contender for the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's very consistent as well.
He is consistent, yeah. He's been out for what? 2 years.
Yeah, and 17 surgeries
years.
later, he's on the field playing.
It's crazy. I thought he would never come back in the league.
We all would. And, yeah.
That's a good comeback player of the year. But I have a different one. I have Ben Roethlisberger. Last year, he only played 2 games, started 2 games. He got hurt in the second quarter of his second game versus Seattle. His quarterback record was 0-2. He had a 56.5% completion percentage, 0 touchdowns and interception. Now this year, he's got a 12-3 record, 33 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 3,804 yards, 65.6%. I mean, he looks good. He was earlier this year. He was in like the MVP candidates, like top 5 or top 10. But now he's not in that anymore. But I mean, he's making the Steelers better. He's the reason why they got 12 wins.
He's the reason why their offense is doing what their offense does because they have I think they lead the league in drops, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they do. They lead the league in drops.
But Big Ben always throwing them dimes.
Yeah, they are. All right. Coach of the year. I have Brian Flores.
I agree with that.
The Dolphins head coach. They were 5-11 last year. They made a quick turnaround this year. They're now on the brink of making the playoffs. They're 10-5 right now. The Dolphins ranked last in points in 2019. They allowed 494 points, which is an average of 30.9 points per game. This year they ranked first in defense. Points allowed, 18.8 points per game, which is 282 points. Last year they were ranked 26th in passing and 27th in rushing for offense. They were just able to turn it around. Ryan Fitzpatrick was looking hot, and then the coach, I didn't like this decision. He benched Fitzpatrick, but with Tua's record 6-2, they're still able to win with Tua, and it's just shocking to me.
Yeah, but they like what you said, he has turned around this team.
Yeah.
And a honorable mention would be the Browns coach.
Yeah, the Browns coach. Browns are 10-5 right now. Last year they were 6-10. They're able to actually finally make this team a playoff team. Do you want to? I think it's time to wrap it up. Thank you for everybody who has been listening to our awards, our picks for the week. Well, that goes for the episode tonight. Join us back next week for the start of the playoffs. You have a good night.
I'm Mateo Zavala. Have a good night.
By the way, I would like to give a shout out to Luke Bilapando. The commissioner is his team's name. He's the commissioner of my fantasy football league. He's won fantasy football this year. Congrats to you, Luke. You did a great job this season, upsetting Mostert Depot in the playoffs. We'll get you next year.